Alright, welcome back. You all know that I don't like very long introductions, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it popping with the reading. Ask the universe, ask the spiritual beings, entities, those who love and care for humankind, those who want the best for humankind to help me divine, help me give a message to move the collective forward in a way for the betterment of mankind. Right, so what do we got here? Right. So I'm getting the energy of the collective moving in accordance with justice. This is not justice of what the law says. Because you have to remember, the law has said a lot of things in this world. The law had allowed slavery to be okay. The law allowed little children to marry adult men. The law allowed a lot of things. I'm not talking I'm not speaking in those ways. When I say justice, I mean justice for the true justice, real justice for the people. This energy of justice that people are going to be picking up on, real justice, a real need for real justice for everyone. And this need to give and take equally. They're going to be able to see, a lot of people are going to see that the world that we currently live in, how we're currently moved, is very lacking in giving and taking from each other. And for each other. To each other. It's almost like we don't act in ways that are going to be beneficial for all, and especially not for children. We act in ways that are only beneficial for the individual. A lot of people are going to be coming out of that energy. It is going to be a collective energy we're going to move forward to, and that's going to create more stability, and that's going to be stability for all. If you notice, there's not just young adults in this picture. The focus is not just on young adults partying, having a good time, buying houses. It's not about that. It includes the elderly. It includes the young. It includes those in the middle. And it also includes non-human life. Non-humans are also valuable in this situation. And we are going to move forward in that. There's the group that I'm reading for, a lot of y'all are already understanding of this, and a lot of you have a lot of courage to fight against the system that has preached so much lack of empathy. A lot of y'all have a lot of courage. I'm very proud of y'all. Or a lot of you are going to be gaining some courage, and you're going to see the system as it is. And the want you're going to have is for more justice. This push towards justice, this fight, is going to help the collective move forward. Okay. Unfortunately, there are those out there who you may be having to fight against, who are very emotionally immature, and you also might be in an environment that is emotionally unstable. There are going to be people who are going to be fighting for this life. Fighting for emotional and stability, but there are going to be others who are going to be fighting against that. People who are not mature. People who don't want what the rest of us want. They feel that it isn't destined, and it's moving. And if enough people feel this way, then it won't come to be. I keep getting disaster. And it's almost like these people who are moving towards like this emotional instability, I keep getting calamity with this card. This calamity, like things are just, it's not destined. People keep trying to go towards that, and it's because they're not discerning in the decisions that they make. They see the shiny, the glitter, and they think it's gold. And this creates an environment of instability. A lot of people are listening to these people, hate to say it, these tech bros, these people who have no emotional maturity, no empathy for others. Just listening to these tech bros who want this dystopian future where they rule as kings, tyrants, and everybody else bows to them. And so many people are following them, thinking that they're going to get the same things, that they're going to be billionaires, that they're going to be millionaires. When the truth is, if these people have their way, there will be calamity. There will be no stability for the rest of people. And you will be at the bottom, if not bowing down to them. It's going to take the courage of the people, the courage to fight against this type of energy. These people, this card usually is fighting for no reason, intellectually fighting, but I'm getting that this is going to have to be strategic. Some of y'all are going to have to stop fighting with people who fight for no reason. Because what's happening is these people are wearing you down. It's almost like they get off on like intellectually dominating people. You're gonna have to move away from this energy. This might be somebody in your energy field who also is emotionally unintelligent and who doesn't want the best or the future for others, because they don't have discernment in knowing that future that they think they want is not going to be for them. And the truth is, if they see a future where only they are prosperous and other people are not and bowing down to them, is that the type of person you really want in your energy field? Is that it? Some people who are watching this are going to have to give up on this fighting just to fight, because you're fighting the wrong people. It's like this ego, intellectual back and forth with people who actually do want the better for mankind. Giving up on that is going to bring you emotional stability, because those are not the people that you should be torturing with your intellect. If you want to torture somebody with your intellect, you need to torture these people who have no soul. These people who don't care about you, who don't care about anybody. They want to be kings. They want to rule the world as kings while other people lick their boots. And it's going to require a lot of patience. This is also the Sagittarius card for me. This is also about higher education. Higher education, patience. Sometimes some of y'all are going to need to travel. Some of y'all are going to have to travel and find another environment so that you're able to think to think better and see how other people operate in other countries. How the love is not just individual, it's collective. We worry about everybody in this bitch instead of just some. And see, this is it. A lot of times people are working with people who have no empathy whatsoever, who want to be kings in ways that harm others. But people need to be leaders instead of just kings, leaders in intellectual matters, listening to those who actually spend their whole life studying this stuff and who come out with empathy. The one way you're going to know if you're in the right direction and the right environment is if empathy is there, because empathy does not mean that someone's not intelligent. Emotions does not equal unintelligence. It doesn't. You're going to have to start thinking and finding others who are very strategic as well. Some people are going to have to dream. Some people are going to have to put their heads in the clouds for a little bit, but also stay grounded. You have one foot up and one foot down, one foot on the ground and your head in the clouds as well. Dream big, fly. What is the best future you could see for humankind, for mankind? And it is okay to dream that way, because as long as you have a plan towards it, you can accomplish it. And it's not just a you thing, it's the collective. The collective can accomplish this. But you have to denounce these people who have no empathy. You have to denounce these people who who even use their emotions to hurt others. These people are selfish. They're king babies. They want all the recognition with none of the hard actual work. They want all the recognition. They want all the accolades without actually caring for other people. There's a lot of secrets. There's a lot of things that are hidden from the collective. There are a lot of things that people don't know about the justice system that's just incorrect. And some of y'all, in order to see the truth, are going to have to dig into this hidden mystery about the justice system so you can see things clearly. You can see how this system really isn't set up to give to those who are in need. It is set up to only give to the immature people who have the money and who have the power to dominate other people. And that is not the society that you want to move towards, because you think you're going to be a part of it, and it's not going to happen. Again, there's also a more feminine energy that also needs to use their intellect to cut off. Be ready to fight. Be ready to fight for this equal give and take. Cut off this energy of selfishness. of, you know, everyone out for themselves. Moving away from that energy and cutting off those who think in that way. There's going to be a need for some people to actually communicate with those who are like that. And if you can get to them, that's fine. But you have to be careful with people like that, because you don't want to build a community, allow people in like that, and then watch them topple your community. You have to be very discerning. And some people are going to have to cut some people out. Seeing the truth, because the universe is going to offer you the truth. The universe wants to offer you the truth. You're going to have to see the truth. See things for what it is. Because seeing things for what it is the first step towards moving and actually doing something about it, so that you can create a better world for not just you, but for everybody. Can you give me some information on the strength card? Okay. Yeah, don't worry about it. Some of y'all are going to have to be courageous enough to see that the way that you're moving is causing instability. All this overtime that people are doing, all this working 4 or 5 jobs, sleeping in people's cars, like, this is not balance. They fed you a dream and you're getting nothing from it. You're not balanced, and being able to see that, see the truth in that, is going to give you clarity. It's going to help you be more balanced. But right now, if you don't see if you refuse to see the truth in that, if you don't have courage, you're gonna end up not being balanced. And for some people, this truth also causes this truth also causes imbalance for some people, because people don't want to see it. Some of y'all are gonna have to look up what is it called, a just world theory. Some of y'all are gonna have to look up a just world theory, because it might feel like someone's unable to balance things, unable to balance this reality. Or some people are gonna have to be courageous in understanding that knowing this truth is going to cause some imbalance internally, some balance with your stability in general. Could you give me some information on the King of Cups reverse? These people lie about stability. They sell you a dream that's never coming. These are people who, like, what are those, like, pyramid scheme type of people, where they get you to work, and most of the money is at the top. That's what these people are. They are money laundering kings and queens. These people will not. They're not going to give you what you deserve. They're going to give you a small little coin and act like it's big. It is a message that they're giving you sometimes too, and it's worth nothing. They're going to give you something that's just worth nothing. The Star in reverse. Because it's this energy of hoarding is causing calamity. It is not destined for human beings to move this way. At least not to move this way and last. We can move this way all we want, but there's going to be a time where calamity will ensue. And I don't know why I keep getting the Star reverse as calamity. But there's going to be a time where this hoarding, this me individualistic mindset is going to cause, and I keep saying a tower moment in my head, but there's no tower right now. It's going to cause a problem. And we're getting there. And it's because people don't have discernment. They chose the snake. They chose the snake. They chose the fist. They chose the chaos. Yeah. They chose to be in this energy of trying to be smarter than others, trying to be better than others, moving very impulsively. This might not be you. This might be the people around you. And there are some people that are gonna need better guidance away from this type of energy. Could you give me this energy about the Queen of Pentacles reverse? And it's creating mass instability. I'm just thinking about, like, the world. Like, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse also, like, again, the queens and kings also remind me of environments as well. And look at Mother Earth. Look at Mother Earth. The passion is gone from people. Like, people are watching natural disasters happen across the world. Climate change is real and it's happening. And people are depressed about it, or people don't want to see it. It's like, we got this far because we ignored it. We got this far because we chose not to do anything about it, and it is time for us to do something about it. This instability, if we keep going in this way, is going to cause, like, and I think this is something that a lot of y'all already know. A lot of y'all know this, but it's not enough to know. Something has to be done about it. People need to get out of their heads. It's not enough to know and just talk to other people. There has to be systems that are built. People are going to have to start building systems in the same way that these people, who are emotionally corrupt build systems. But this fighting with people, because there are people out there who are talking a good talk. They're talking about collective energy. But this fighting for no reason is going to get people left in the cold, left out. There's going to be a whole community out there who are doing well for themselves, and these people are going to be left out because all they want to do is fight people who actually want to help them, who actually want to stand and fight with them. Some of these people are fighting people that are on the same team with them. And it's going to leave these people out in the cold. Could you give me some more information on the Ten of Cups? Some of y'all are going to have to use go into meditation and listen to your higher self. Listen to those who are already. There are some people out there who just know. There are people out there who have such good pattern recognition that it feels almost spiritual. It feels almost like otherworldly. And these people are very empathetic. And a lot of these people are so confused as to how we got here in the first place. It's like they hold the secrets of the earth. But not only do they hold the secrets, are they getting these information from the universe, but they also do their research. These people are very informed. They're very informed people. They're very smart people. And these are the people who are going to help bring emotional stability to people. And they're trying to warn. They're trying to warn others. But a lot of times these people get outcasted as well. But these people are going to have to stop fighting for no reason. Stop fighting for no reason. There's people out here who are very empathetic. They're very understanding, and they care deeply. And not only do they care deeply, they also have a lot of justice in them. They're very just people. So they're not the type of people who just care and allow bad things to happen in their circle. They make sure that if there's an enemy in the territory, that they're going to say something about it. They're going to warn that these people don't deserve to be in the same circle and that they're a danger. Could you give me some information on the Temperance? But again, it's going to require patience. Some people, again, it's going to require patience. And this may hurt a little bit. And some people may not even want it because it takes a lot. It takes a lot of emotional stability to not see the harvest and still keep trying to grow things. And some people are just broken up and sad about what's happened. It feels almost like a betrayal. It feels almost like an emotional betrayal. With a hint of intellect as well. It seems like a betrayal because of what we've been taught. And it's almost like people don't want to sit with the information. They don't want to sit with the uncomfortability. They don't want to sit and be patient and wait because it hurts. Because they're in pain. But unfortunately, you can do nothing about it and still be in pain, or you can do something about it. There's something to be done, because it's not enough to feel a certain way. It's not enough to think a certain way. You also have to have the action behind it if you want change. The action is going to move you forward. A lot of people are stuck in their depression and they're stuck in their sad because they're not getting up and moving their bodies. You're just sitting at home crying in a pillow. And not to say that there's not a time and place for that. But if you want to feel better, if you want to do better in this world, you actually have to have some action behind it. It's not enough to just cry about it. You have to do something. Give me some information about the King of Swords. King of Swords. Give me some information about the King of Swords. The Three of Cups. So getting together with others who care in a similar way is going to be important for you. It is very important for you to move towards those who also care in a similar way. And not only just move in that direction, but come up with a strategic plan so that you can move forward. So the energy that's inside of you gets transmuted, actually moves. If everybody keeps asking, well, how do you transmute an energy? How do you transmute an energy? You have the energy inside of you and you do something. You do something. You write. You create a system. You go speak at places. You gain knowledge so that you can teach others. That is what you do. You have the emotions, and then you have to do something with it. You have to move forward. If you're not moving, if you're not doing, then nothing will change. Just simply having the information will change nothing. Acknowledging that you're doing something bad means nothing if you're not actually changing. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. And I might be speaking to some people who, because I rarely read for romance, but this popped up in my head. I might be speaking to people who are in relationships with people who are very good at acknowledging that they've done something wrong, or acknowledging that they've hurt you in some way, but they do nothing to change it. They think that the acknowledgement alone is enough for y'all to move forward without the actual change. And that is not enough. It is not enough to know something. It is not enough to have the knowledge. You have to actually do something with that knowledge if you want something to change. Give me some more information on the moon and the justice card. Information on the moon and the justice card. Again, a lot of y'all are grieving. It's like this, you understand the secrets, and you understand, so you don't see all of it, and some of y'all are too afraid to see all of it. You don't see everything, but just the stuff that you do know, especially when it comes to the justice system, is really fucking some people up. It's really causing people to be real depressed and cycle through the grieving system. And like, yes, that is very important for you to grieve, but it's not enough. It's not enough to just acknowledge your feelings. Again, there has to be some type of movement. If you want to let go of this energy, you're going to have to start taking this intellect and putting it into wands. You're going to have to start moving forward. It's not enough to just think about things. You have to do something about it. Some people don't know that when you have these ruminating thoughts, when you have this massive anxiety, and you can physically feel it, when you have this mass anxiety, you need to get your ass up and dance. That sounds weird, but it moves the energy. Shake your hips. Release the energy. Release the tension. Release the trauma in your hips. Give me some information on the Queen of Swords and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Give me some information on the Queen of Swords and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So some of y'all recognize that there is no equal give and take in this system, and are going to cut it off. And it's going to require a lot of y'all to get in your hermit energy. Actually think about it. Actually have some introspections about how you're moving in the world and how others are moving in the world and how you can change that. But there is this environment of like passionless energy, and somebody might actually be with somebody who is very explosive energetically. They're very not so great of a person. You know what? I heard something earlier. Someone said it's going to be really hard for some people to fight a system because their partnership reflects the environment that we all live in. Like, how can you fight oppression when you're too busy fighting your partner who acts in the same way as your oppressor? Some of y'all are going to have to start letting go of people who reflect, because that's how you're going to have, that's going to help you move forward and fight the system better. Because you can't do nothing in a partnership with somebody who's a tyrant, who's selfish, who's explosive, who uses their passion to manipulate you and keep you miserable. You can't fight no system if you fighting the people in your household, baby. The Ace of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Some of y'all are gonna have to get real about what's causing your emotional instability. Why you feel so emotionally disconnected, or why some of y'all feel so emotionally like explosive. Like you have these moments where you feel like nothing, but then you're overwhelmed. And you start doing things that you feel are crazy. And it's because we got partnerships out here. You got somebody who's emotionally out of it, and someone who's passionately out of it, who's mean. They're a mean person. And this person can be too, but it's only in reaction to this person. You're going to have to get that together first, baby. It don't matter what your gender is. You're going to have to get that together first. Two of Pentacles and the Strength. Two of Pentacles and the Strength. Two of Pentacles and the Strength. Give me some clarity on the Two of Pentacles and the Strength. Okay, nothing. Okay, they ain't got nothing for me. The Page of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse. Some people are already putting down the burden of this ideology of listening to people who have no empathy, who are offering them nothing. Some people are letting it go. Some of this collective is letting it go, which is very good because it's going to push you towards a better future. The Star, oh wait, hold on. The Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Strength card. I didn't say that. Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Strength card. Ooh, don't burn my shit. God damn. Lord. So the Page of Swords reversed. So the Page of Swords reversed and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So someone does have courage and to see that they're not balanced, but they also have the courage to see who is actually emotionally immature and mentally immature. Somebody also might be dealing with a child who's also not balanced. And for those who have children who are not, balanced, there is a conversation or an observation that needs to be had. Someone's not observing their children the way they need to. And it's understandable because the type of world we're living in, it's almost impossible to be tuned in to your children. It's impossible to be tuned into yourself, let alone your children. But somebody needs to look at their children closer. There's something about this young energy, and this young energy is coming up with a thought process that's gonna drive them into depression. Somebody has a kid that they need to look out for. All right, let's get popping. So we got Ten of Wands reverse, Page of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. Ten of Wands reverse, Page of Pentacles. Transformation again. Transformation. This is going to require someone to let go of the past them, to let go of these people who are emotionally vacant, who offer nothing, and who want you to carry everything. Someone's going to put it down. It's going to help them transform. It's going to help them move forward. Could you give me a card for the Pentacle, the Four of Pentacles, and the Star reverse? Four of Pentacles and the Star reverse. But somebody is going to be... somebody's going to be pretending like everything is fine. I don't know if it's going to be you or if it's going to be them, but somebody's pretending like everything's good, everything's cool, even though it's not. There's calamity. There's selfishness. But people want to distract themselves from the truth. Even in this betrayal, this person is looking at their phone. Even in this betrayal, somebody's looking at this phone. Give me some cards for the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Cups reverse. Knight of Swords reverse and Seven of Cups reverse. So the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, you have someone who has made a decision, unfortunately, not the greatest decision. They made the decision and someone moves forward in a very reckless and immature way. And this is going to leave somebody with nothing. They're not going to be able to be prosperous. This is, if someone does, because someone has already made their decision, if they choose to move in a way of individualism and very reckless and impulsive ways, they're not going to be able to have the rewards. They're going to be barren. Like, there's not going to be any harvesting. Could you give me some more clarity on the Page of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles? Page of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Following this type of energy is only gonna... I've already said this. Someone is going to be in this energy where they're not going to be emotionally fulfilled. They're not going to be making their inner child happy at all. Someone's going to be depressed. And this may, again, remember we were talking about a child earlier. Someone may need to pay more attention and start having more conversations with this kid. But even still, the energy from before this, which is this, is someone has made the decision. And this might be one of the collectives that's watching this right now. You need to make better decisions. If you're not moving in the ways of the collective, you can individual yourself until there's nobody else around you. If you're not caring about your neighbors, your neighbors are gonna disappear, and then you're gonna be looking around asking why people ain't helping you once you start, when they start coming for you. Y'all know the saying, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about too. Some people have chosen this life of like individualism, and it's making them really unstable and really depressed, and just they have no emotional happiness. Like it's just not fulfilling. There's no equality. Again, this is another 6 card, and when I see the 6 cards, it's a very equal type of energy, or it can be unequal, unbalanced, and that's what that is. Walking away from this energy, like, again, I think I said earlier, maybe the reason why you're not, actually, I'm getting something different. Someone who is, like, really combative. So there's some type of combative energy, and someone likes it. Someone likes fighting for no reason. And they're in the cold because of it. Someone's going to have to stop, like, being antagonistic. They get some type of, like, weird joy out of it. I don't know. Maybe this is the person we were talking about earlier that somebody needs to, like, walk away from. But somebody gets some weird fucking joy out of fighting just to fight. Can you give me some energy on the 10 of Cups and the High Priestess? The 10 of Cups and the High Priestess. 10 of Cups and the High Priestess. The 10 of Cups and the High Priestess. 10 of Cups and the High Priestess. 10 of Cups and the High Priestess. Even though it is a tough battle, because somebody is going to get some emotional fulfillment, but it's within actually either listening to this person who has a lot of insight, or listening to yourself, like to your inner self, and the one that has compassion and love for others. It's going to be a hard battle, because it's almost like you're fighting against everything that you've ever been taught subconsciously. It's not a conscious thing. Like, people will say have empathy, but what they'll do is completely different. How they act is completely different. It's almost like people talk a big game and they want to be seen as a good person, and so it's just lip service. They say a lot of nice things, but they don't actually move in those ways. And so you've picked up on all the ways that people actually move versus what they say. It's a contradiction. It is a contradiction. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be a hard fight, but it's going to be a worthy hard fight, and you're going to be able to come out of it. Can you give me some energy on the 3 of Swords, the Temperance card, and the 4 of Cups? Yeah. Someone's going to have patience. Someone's going to have patience. Someone's going to need patience. You're going to have it. You're going to have to move forward in that way, even though it's going to be very heartbreaking. But see, this is the thing. You're going to have to accept what's happening. You're going to have to stop thinking that this need to feel and be empathetic isn't worth it, because you're going to miss out on your emotional stability. You're going to miss the things that the universe is trying to give you. This might be somebody else that you know as well. Someone's going to miss out on the gift that's being given if you keep pushing it away or acting like it's unrealistic. One of the reasons why we as a collective can't move forward is because people keep shooting down the ideas of others. Oh, that's not the type of life we could live. We can't do this, we can't do that. And yet we have done so much in this world. Like, we have vaccines, we have things that help people, we have medicine that help people as well. We have people who understand, who have worked with and understand herbs to understand those as well and to help others. We found ways for people to live a better life even with disabilities. We have created so much in this world, and yet you still doubt what people can make. We literally have things like AI, and like, unfortunately, we're using it in a very bad way, but it could have been used in a good way. It could have been. We could have found another way so it's not also damaging the planet. We are smart people. We're not stupid. We're not stupid. So all those things that we've ever built, that we've ever come up with, and you're telling us that it's unrealistic for people to care about each other. We literally made fucking airplanes. Human beings have made airplanes, but the unrealistic thing is that we can't care about each other to move forward in a better way for society. That's unrealistic. We're literally in the fucking sky, flying airplanes. And that's unrealistic. Loving people is unrealistic, but we got planes in the sky. Come on now. Give me some information about the King of Swords and the Three of Cups. King of Swords and the Three of Cups upright. Got the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah. Again, at the end of the day, what's going to be beneficial for the collective is being strategic, being in an environment where there's strategy, using empathy to pull people together to care about each other, and that is going to turn the tides for people. That is going to make a better society, a better life for all. That is going to be what's going to help us move forward. Any last words before we end this? Any last words? Anything else? All right. You're going to have to be in your boss energy. You're going to have to be a part of people. This is the only one that's coming out so far, but you're going to have to be a part of this. Take on this energy. Stop saying, oh, we can't do this, we can't do that. That's not possible. That's unrealistic. No, the emperor makes shit happen. The emperor says, I see how we can make it happen. And the emperor does. The emperor has authority and is not afraid to move forward. And this is the energy that needs to be embodied. It is not impossible. It can happen. There's also somebody who has this energy that you also can collaborate with, but they also have a lot of love. They have a lot of love to offer and a lot of empathy and a lot of caring for others. And they exude authority. Not in a negative way, but in a way to actually help others, because structure is still important. So I'm going to go ahead and close out this reading. I hope you guys have a good day, a good afternoon, a good evening, and a good night. And I will see you in the next video.